Alright, good evening to, once again, trying to beat the game. Right. Ooh, chicken. Early chicken, that I'll take. Also sell this for 420, nice. Ow. I had hoped I could parry in time, but I could not. Right, it is the same as last time. Just me trying to get through at least like once. Last time already went rather well, I feel like. Like I died at Hand of the King. And this time I can return to actually going for as many scrolls as possible. Because I can go through the prison depths or the corrupted prison, depending on which path I choose. Not entirely sure yet which path I'll actually choose though. Let me actually go ahead and check. Promenade, okay, the updated Arboretum is incentivized, so we're probably gonna go with that. Alright, can only parry melee attacks that stick, unfortunately. God damn it, I wanted to sell that. Hate when the different things you hit the button on are too close to each other. But yeah. So Promenade is no longer necessary since I got the Moonflower Key. And even if I go... Legendary Misericord. Absolutely not. Oh wait, that's just better, isn't it? Yeah. I'll probably just go with whatever is incentivized, I'm not gonna lie. Except, maybe, and I completely forgot to check that. What enemy do I need to go for? Oh, the giant, right. So, Sepulchre it probably is. Right. And that means... Well, there are options. There are options to go for. There are options we can go for. Actually, I think every single options I can go with currently offers me the option to go to the Sepulchre in some way, shape or form. Alright, I think I've got everything, so let's go grab the chicken. And then I'm gonna go grab... Arboretum? Sure, Arboretum. And I'm probably gonna go with Frostbite. Since not only I have a slow weapon that can trigger the map-wide thing, but I also have something that just straight up freezes people. So I think Frostbite might be good, at least early on. Only 29. Hate that. What do you currently have? Okay, I didn't get the stats I want, but we have something that deals additional damage to frozen targets. Also, as I don't have it, I'm just gonna check it down to go. And that then freezes enemies it hits. Go for the bank. Under times squared and then some. Right, I hope I don't die to the stupid golems again. Not red. You can destroy those for money. Of course I look into the wrong fucking direction. Good evening. Ah, fuck. Well, that was a very bad spot for this golem to be. Anyway, that allows me to just straight up roll again. Where's my dice? There's my dice. And the dice says a 1. Not 1. Well, let's hope it's something good. How was your days? Mine was not good. But then I spent like half of it in bed. So I don't think I can complain. It's the fucking trident again. Well, I guess it's a crossbow day. I just... God damn it. No. Right, we do have biters out of somewhere. It's from the second... It's from the second thing. Which... The biters do... remove the frozen effect. So that's not appreciated. Ow. Because they kind of just remove the entire purpose of the crossbow freezing enemies. So that I kind of want to get rid of immediately. I also need to stop just standing in their shit. Need to stop letting them hit me. Or maybe I just continuously freeze them while the biters eat them to death. That's the other option. I feel like that might actually be the smarter option. Ooh, a carrot. Yeah. Yeah, I think just freezing them for now is probably smarter. Ignore the secondary. But I will reroll those biters. If I even get that far. Alright, Promenade is cursed again. Very sad. And Arboretum, right. I haven't seen the Challenge Rift, which is a bit sad. Just money. Money I don't need. Alright. Wait, they don't scale? I thought they... That makes them even worse than I thought they are. Because I thought they scale. But... yeah, no. In that case, they're kind of absolutely useless. Get me... Frostbite. Reroll this. Because in that case, I'm just not gonna have the biters. That's honestly preferred, I think. Yeah, I have noted that they are... Like, I would prefer if they were just... Like, if they like the leg hugger scale. Wait, do all biters not scale? Because that would make the biter grenade kind of useless. Did the recoil just kill me? Yeah, I just recoiled myself into spikes. That is the second time a weapon just straight up kills me with spikes. The first one, actually, it was a 2, by the way. Which means I can finally try out the deck. Or I just take the baseball bat and get a stun grenade. Which... Well, I'm gonna be sorry, I don't know what issues you're talking about. But I'm glad I was right. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go with a baseball bat. But these are... What is this? Shoots card on various patterns, the 4th hit recalls on the card. Like, it's 1 card, 2 card... No, wait. Yeah, it's 1 card, 2 cards with 1 behind you. I kind of thought that this one great might be useless. Well... Now maybe I can get a legendary killing deck. cheese. But a baseball bat could be good. Also, questions. Does it also stun if you throw them through a leg hugger? Because I know that the biters are entities that can be hit and damaged. Why? Why is the wolf trap good with a baseball bat? Oh, it also on rooted enemies. I thought it's only on stunned. But yeah, in that case, it's probably also really good with a baseball bat. That's true. Does it crit with deployables? Because you can technically throw them through it. Fuck. Absolutely hate this stupid step. And then we have to do it twice. I consistently take damage on that jump. Alright, let's see if I can find a stun grenade or the root grenade or like the wolf trap. All of which are also good with the good enablers for the here. Hunter grenade. So I'd want them anyway. There's still some chicken lying around somewhere, I believe. Well, there's a root grenade. And look, as if we've talked about it. I still think I'd kind of prefer just a stun grenade. Especially the legendary version that kind of just deals, has like 50% extra stun in addition to 50% extra stun. I have eaten the chicken. Well, that's sad. Have a door, which technically could also be used to stun people. Right, so nothing else. I'm gonna go get the hunter grenade. Ooh, right. What is incentivized toxic sewers? So let's go there then. Right, neither. If I can get it, I'll definitely take a wolf trap, I'm pretty sure. Because it also increases the damage the enemy takes. In addition to, you know, rooting them. Get me damned bigger. And also, this is a guaranteed crit with a baseball bat then, meaning that I can additionally take the Spirit of the Master Arms, or whatever it's called. Stupid bird. I think I'm just gonna have a heal. What do you mean with the fermentation? Stupid rats. Like, the bat feels a bit chaotic. But maybe that's just because I'm bad with it. I'm just swinging. Never played baseball. Can also stagger enemies relatively quickly, which is good. More money. I'll take the reveals invisible enemies for now. Stupid rat. Okay, I could use... Well, exactly that. Some cheese. This thing is so stupid, honestly. I missed some money. I don't think I care about it, though. Wait, I saw that. Ah, that's just a... Heart of Ice and Instinct of Master Arms. Heart of Ice is the, hitting a stunned frozen... Ooh, well, would you look at that? Ah. Well, would, like, when I first beat the game, the baseball bat didn't actually exist yet in it. Right, so the wolf trap has, of course, the slight annoyance that you can't just throw it at an enemy and be done with it. Okay, this is just back up. Where do I go? There's another back up there. This is further. Ooh, treasure room. Perfect. Knife dance. Well, that was fun the last time, but didn't really help me in the end. Okay, ancient sewers, I presume? Yes. No. The Malays is suspiciously low today. I think my first one was actually with double kunai. it's not really a secret build, it's just a very easy build, I feel like. It's like everybody can understand that just hitting something with a stun or a root and then slapping it 15,000 times is strong with a baseball bat. I'm pretty sure like everybody understands that, so... God damn it. I parried. Eh, fuck. Mostly because it's a fun game to play. Like, it's one of the more polished, or probably honestly like the most polished side-scrolling roguelike that exists. Even though for some reason some people continue saying it's a Metroidvania, which it isn't, but that's something else. But when it comes to just the gameplay, the side-scrolling gameplay, it's great. It has a good amount of humor. At least I think so. I'm gonna have to have a heal, I think. Also, that's a weird spot for a challenge rift. Yeah, no, that's basically it. It's difficult. It is not too difficult. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody can beat it at the first at the first level. It has a good progression. Most of the weapons are generally fun. You have a good amount of build variety. Ow, I thought those were ones that would come out when I walk over them. Ow. Hate these areas. But in general, you don't really need a lot more reason to play a game other than saying it's fun. Why do I reroll? I'm not gonna buy anything. Actually, I think that's the reason why I play most of the games I play, because they're fun. Yeah. The Giant is, I think, probably one of the most developed characters in the game, though. So... God damn it, can you just... Stupid birds, hate them. He also came in a bit later, so... Kind of understandable that he's a bit more developed than the early characters. Because I'm pretty sure most of the story they just made up as they went. Quick bow, no. Have I missed anything? There's a bit of money, but that's about it. Alright. Prison. Now, what I'm gonna take first is probably Necromancy. For a bit of heal. Instinct of Master Arms, critical hits reduce skill cooldowns by 0.32. And the Heart of Ice. Closer reduce skill cooldowns by 0.96, so that's 3 times the crit amount. Yeah, Necromancy, start with that. I don't really think I need the cooldown reduction at this point. But it's gonna be the next, I think. Alright, what do you offer? Pentacle. No. And suddenly I'm cursed. Unfortunately, there's one of the stupid birds. And exactly what I presumed would happen happened. I have played Hollow Knight. I have played Hollow Knight in full. I have even beaten Absolute Radiance, and it was an absolute horror to do. Absolute Radiance was probably one of the most annoying things I've ever done. I've also beaten Silksong, which was not nearly as good as Hollow Knight, unfortunately. But that's kind of a running theme with the Metroidvanias I played. The sequel is never as good as the original. Alright. Love me my wolf trap. I've missed an amulet. I should probably go nab that. I'm surprised at how low my malaise is, but then I just remembered I have drunk a total of 4 flask charges, so I'm no longer surprised. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, thank you. It is a good game. It is, well, different compared to Hollow Knight. But it is definitely a good game. Also, good on you for having friends that recommend you good games. Like, most people that I play with, we mostly just play, like, board games together. So, recommending computer games, video games, is a bit difficult. Yeah, if you played it on mobile, like, I don't think you'll beat Absolute Radiance. Absolute Radiance is absolutely just nonsense. Go for Conjunctivius, I guess. I'd also not recommend. I honestly wouldn't recommend doing the Pantheons. Like, that's really something you do when you have nothing else to do. Honestly, just play something else. That's probably more fun than doing the Pantheon, especially Pantheon 5. That was some of the most miserable experience I've had in a game. That I should qualify that I've had in a good game. A game that I actually wanted to play. And that I didn't play because of some super challenge. Do I toss the Hunter? No. Keep the Hunter Grenade. We will bring something home today. Wait, there was a tentacle. I've heard it. Yes. 3 hits. That does not bode well for the boss fight. God damn it. Also, there was 15,000 damage for some fucking reason. And gave me 2 keys. It's an outfit. It is. If you haven't played Hollow Knight, the good thing about the Pantheon is that it's basically all of the bosses that you've had to play beforehand. Like, it is all of the bosses that Hollow Knight has. It's not even the most difficult version of all bosses. Like, there's one enemy in the Pantheon that hits you for 1 damage. But in his original form, so the form you have to beat in the normal game, he hits you for 5 damage each hit. And that in a game where you have a total of like 9 health is absolute nonsense as well. However, if you have the time and like a little bit of money, I'd honestly recommend Hollow Knight. Actually, scratch that. If you have enough money to play like a Metroidvania, play Blasphemous. I do have spot now. That is Guts. Heal me a little bit. Okay, yeah. If it's just for challenge, then both of them are not gonna be really a cup of tea. They're both not really intended to be a challenge game, I think. Though Evanito is pretty hard. I feel like, especially if you do it with like one of the penances. Like Blasphemous only gets really challenging in New Game Plus when you add penances. But I think they're more Metroidvanias. So they have the usual Metroidvania stuff and focus mostly on exploration. And since they're focused on exploration more so than actual like challenge, they could easily become boring for someone who only wants to challenge himself. I can see that. I'm just dying left and right today. Yeah, it's definitely a different type of game. And I also honestly wouldn't consider the Pantheons challenging. Like, Radiance is a hard boss. Absolute Radiance is a hard boss. But it's not really a challenge. If you know what I mean. Like, the problem with Absolute Radiance is that it's a lot of bullet spam in a game that isn't really designed to deal with that. That is, I think, the biggest problem with it. And even when it comes to roguelikes, I feel like Dead Cells ramps it up some of the fastest. Blasphemous? Blasphemous is basically a Metroidvania similar to Hollow Knight, but it is heavily inspired, like design-wise, by Catholic things. Like by Catholic designs and such. It has some of the best boss designs I've seen in a game. Like, bar none. Gameplay-wise, it's probably, if you're used to Dead Cells, it is extremely slow. But when it comes to Metroidvania, it has some of the most inspired, like, traversal options that I've seen. It's not just double jump, dash, etc. You actually have, like, blood platforms that you walk on. Really good. Honestly, one of my favorites. Blasphemous 2 makes it a bit more streamlined, so it's faster, it has double jump, etc. All the normal stuff. I'm sorry, I have no clue what you just said to me. Do I take something else? A tonic, maybe? Yes. Well. Hey, good job. Well, now you can join me in just dying repeatedly. If you want to continue playing it, that is. Also, you probably are a lot faster than that of me. Because it took me, like, a year or something. Alright, first off, kill the mushroom. Yeah, I also had to ask these, but basically, if you go here, info, you can scroll to the right and then it tells you what it does. Hell Reaper. No, I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, mostly also just try to stick with it at this point. Okay, Necromancy kind of really helped me out here. Also, the important level for Malaise is level 2 Malaise. Because from that point onward, the enemies start getting summoned in. That is, I believe, the only real important one. Oh no, from level 4, I believe, or level 5, enemies start becoming elites. That is also annoying. Anything good here? Not really. Just grab this, and sell the deployable. I'm mostly actually still just looking for blueprints. And also, I'm gonna go for Giant today as well. And also, what shop be you? Weapon. Better bat. It is more damage. Yeah, I think I'll take that. I'm also on my way to Giant, see if I can beat it with a bat. I have a feeling that the Giant doesn't really give a shit about stuns though, which might be a problem. Most dangerous, most likely, yeah, but most annoying, and I still feel like that's on the teleporting in. Though one fun thing, you can, if the enemy teleports in, you can throw a hunter grenade at them and to make them an elite and get their blueprints, which is really nice because that way you have a chance of actually getting the blueprints somewhere else where you wouldn't normally get it. Absolutely smashing. I think that was a flawless conjunctivius. No, it wasn't. I got hit once. It was nearly flawless, but not flawless enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've went to Distillery exactly once. And that wasn't even in my stream playthrough. That was before I even got to stream. So Concierge is really easy to flawless. I'd recommend starting with that. Because he has like 3 attacks, and mostly you just stay away from him when he has his red aura up. Everything else you can just parry or jump over. So I'd really recommend starting with that guy. The good thing is, whenever you flawless him, you get a legendary. Which doesn't really help me because, you know, sticking with it. But absolutely shredded. Why are there so many bats? What the fuck? Also, I only got the Concierge flawless in, like, 1BC. No, I actually got him flawless in, like, 5BC as well, I believe. Alright, let's hope I don't die. Could have actually taken that, huh? Also, are there enemies, please? I'm surprised I still have health. I don't know, I haven't taken gastronomy lately. Because, like, I don't really sell the food. I mostly just eat it. I went with the parry heal until I learned that it only works once per enemy. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather just have the necromancy for that, though, for the heal. And I feel like having too many healings is a bit overkill. Better wolf trap. It is more DPS. Spreads inflammable oil and burns the ground when destroyed. Sure, I'll take that. I could use a food shop as well. Why do I have so much money? Yeah, true. I honestly feel like it is a good heal. But I feel like it is the best for, like, it is best served in necromancy, not in necromancy, in tactics over survival. I feel like in survival it's kind of reduced by the presence of necromancy. But maybe that's just me. God damn it. I hate that they dodge your parry. Do I go back? You know what? No. Okay, apparently yes. It's time to grab that chest. Where's the invulnerability dummy? Nah. I used it one. Okay, Easton has, I think, put it better than I could. Basically it scales, but it scales weirdly. Like, if you need to kill 10 enemies to fill it, and then you scale it down with brutality to only need 5, you still need to kill 5 enemies, even if you already killed like 3. Fuck. That was misclick. Oh, it's an elite. Stunned with a zone grenade. I feel, honestly, I was not too impressed with the... with the flask refill, with the tainted... or what was it, tainted flask? There are a lot of elites, so you can definitely... you can definitely, like, use it. But I was not as impressed as I am with, necromancy. Like, necromancy has impressed me the most. There are a lot of things that have impressed me now that I've actually gotten to use them a lot. Caverns is cursed. Of course Caverns is cursed. Why wouldn't it be? And there I actually wanted to go to the caverns to see if I can beat the boss, the enemies there. Have a shop. Right. Nothing new. Have I missed anything? There's a scroll fragment I should probably go get. Right. I'm gonna be honest, I will most likely forget to sell the food. That's the only issue I have with that. That is also true. Survival doesn't really do that. Survival is, as the name implies, focused on survival. No, wait, I need to go to the right. Wait, how do I get... okay, I do need to go up. The brutality options, like Frenzy and... what is the other one? Adrenaline? I'd need to check them out more. Like, for Adrenaline, I'd actually need to... you know, dodge instead of parry. And I kinda don't want to do that. Because I do like my parries. If I don't fuck them up, that is. If I do fuck them up, I hate them. This dude really just teleports behind you. Right. Off to the Forgotten Sepulchre once again. Really? You mean basically like dodge parry like that or what? I'm surprised that you can cancel a parry, a dodge. Alright. So, Sepulchre then. That's kinda neat. What exactly is the timing on that? Is the timing the same as the parry timing for the perfect dodge? Just bonk people with me big bonk stick. Can you pick up? Thank you. But yeah, you were absolutely right. The malaise isn't really a problem after like the first boss. Right, basically the same as a parry. Which I'm actually still surprised about, that the timing, that the malaise isn't really that much of a problem at this point. Alright, fuck it, let's risk it. And then of course there's a fucking elite. There was an elite. I'm gonna come back here later. Fuck. Alright, get me some light. I am surprised I'm still alive. Fuck, that was stupid. Was that 170,000 damage on that crit? Okay, it was a crit from the... It was 50% extra damage from the parry. Yeah. Maybe I need a better frontline shield as well. And then everybody died. That looks like... yeah. True. So yeah, you have multiple things that all stack against you when you go early with a malaise. Slow kill speed and long before boss. Oh wait, up. Up I go. Can you get me like a new front? Well, would you look at that? Exactly what I wanted. To the right I go. Wait, yeah, you have what the... I always forget that the prison itself exists. Promenade, ramparts, and their equivalents, and maybe the prison that's corrupted prison. Yeah. Compounded by the low kill speed because you don't have damage yet. Can you parry those guys? Also, I'd like a bit of light, please. Thank you. How many scrolls did you say you want before the second boss? I think it gives the buff, yeah, because it's still just food. I'm pretty sure it gives the buff. Pretty sure I've already seen it give me the buff once. Alright, whatever is my health. And this time I go to Guardian's Haven. I have way too much money, I need like a food shop. Why are there no food shops anywhere? Here, Easton, how many scrolls did you say you want before going for the first, for the second boss? Was it like 24? $25, okay. Light, please. Get me another scroll. Alright. Further up. Okay, great, great. Good elite right there. That's the Alchemist's table. Clock room. Like, sometimes I look at the damage numbers from the bat and I think, like, that can't be real. Like, that's 160,000 damage. I take that for 15% damage reduction. And then you multiply that by the damage buff that the wolf trap gives. Yeah, you're kind of looking hard, hey, kind of looking good in that. Alright. Do I switch me? Yeah, I have enough money. I'm just gonna reset my mutations. Get like I don't recover any other way anyway. So get me the dead inside. Anti-soldiers resistance. And the Heart of Ice. I always look in the wrong direction. Alright. Let's see how this one goes. How did it take damage there? I fucking missed the eyeball. Alright, probably easiest giant fight I've ever had. To destroy your own body. Why is he pretending to die? Like he's a giant skeleton. Why is he pretending? Also, was that flawless? No, I took damage once. I took 1 damage. Unfortunate, but it happens and I'll have to deal with it. Where do you go? Oh right, you can go directly to the throne room from you, can't you? However, I think I want to go visit the servants. And try to beat them with not killing the Tonfo lady as last. Giant Whistle inflict 21,768 damage to the most dangerous enemy around. Most dangerous according to the giant. Is it just gonna kill yourself? Right. Go back to Damned Vigor. Necromancy and the Heart of Ice. And then I'm gonna go down to the shipwreck. Like, is it I didn't check, is it a weapon or a skill? Also, that's the only thing that ever said its damage just in its description. Also, very nice touch that it removes the HUD for this. Yeah, but why would you ever take that then? Just to kill yourself? I feel like there are enough other people trying to do that already. 411,000 damage. That was 411,000 damage on a single hit. Okay, I can understand why you banned the bat, and I'm honestly just here like, who approved this? Oh. 378,000 damage. 78. It's a skill and it can't hurt you. Good. It would still be funnier if it just killed you. Like, if no other enemy was on screen. It would be hilarious, not gonna lie. I'm really bad at parrying those attacks, by the way. The anchor. It should absolutely hurt you. Like, not even during the giant fight, but like, he absolutely just fucking hates you, doesn't he? Don't even need to stun my enemies anymore. Alright, come on out. Or not. It is the second Hokuto's bow I would have gotten today. Alright, to the right. Why? Why do you exist, room? I am not gonna lie, the necromancy is absolutely just carrying me. Get me a food shop, please. What do we have? Another bow. Not the Hokuto's one, but actually looks relatively similar. How many chests are in here? Like, is this a pirate ship? Actually, thinking about it, they kinda do look like pirates, don't they? I thought I saw something over here. Please tell me they don't summon, the Malaise doesn't summon extra units while you're in the servant fight. My shield just dealt 18,000 damage. What the fuck? okay. But they do still kind of look like pirates, not gonna lie. Are you a better tonic? Yes. Covers the ground with inflammable oil, nearby enemies stop bleeding, freezes, generates a toxic cloud, and electrocutes. So it's the same, but it electrocutes as well. Okay. And since I apparently can't spend my money on anything else, I'll just take that. Also, if you look at the like final animation after beating the queen, it doesn't appear like keeping the Malays away has worked. Like the people on that ship do appear very Malayed as well. Food shop, please. Come on. It's another chest. I can use gold plating, that is the next idea. I'm definitely just gonna take like Dead Inside and gold plating and Soldier's Resistance. I mean, that's probably more than the king did. From what I hear about the king. Is there a food? Yeah, there's a shop over there that could be a food shop. But that's about it. So I definitely have to go down as well. Also, it's a very weird disease that you can fight off by killing others. To be fair, though, to be entirely fair, it's called quarantine, and it's proven to work if you do it right. Like throwing everyone in prison is literally just quarantine. Nope. It is not a food shop. Very sad. But I guess I'll just have to kill everyone then. So my necromancy can drain their life for me. Yeah, honestly, the bat feels like the barbed shield in it feels like the barbed shield in here, Curse of the Dead Gods, and with that I want to say it feels like a balance issue. And I really need to check if the other weapons, the other crossover weapons, are exactly this strong as well. Like if I can just one-shot people by shooting them with my gun. I have the machete. Alright, Lighthouse. I am not at full health, which is disappointing. But I have a lot of money. I'm not gonna fill you up because I don't want to use you right now. Reset mutations. We take Yeah, because you... Of course, the gun is OP if you exclude the 3-hit combo beforehand. But you know what the weirdest part about that is? It's the exact opposite in the Curse of the Dead Gods. In Curse of the Dead Gods, if you use only the pistol, it's garbage. But if you use the 2-hit combo with a pistol at the end, absolute gold. What did I want to take? Dead Inside, gold plating, last skill, you know what, fuck it, Soldier's Resistance. 48,000 health. Let's go with that. Alright, so the biggest boss in this area, of course, is once again actually just getting to them. Also, the king has never learned how to slowly close a door, has he? Alright, let's see it then, Calliope. Calliope. Wrecking Ball go? I don't know. I feel like they're not really that dangerous while climbing. The biggest issue I have while climbing is actually just the area itself. Like, I don't think I can heal right now anyway. Absolutely ludicrous. Hello, Cleo! Also, why can they all teleport and I cannot? That is just unfair. Alright, I need to kill her first. Or not last at least. Alright, first one down. That should definitely net me a new weapon. If I see that correctly, she always jumps on you when falling down. Gilded Yumi. Wait, isn't Yumi Arrow? That definitely went a lot better than Delayed Hedgehog. What? Is that a Sonic? Is that a Sonic costume? Why would there be a Sonic costume? Gilded Yumi fires large arrows that push enemies, stuns and inflicts critical damage if it bumps its target into a wall or another enemy. Considering the tree trunk-sized arrows it fits. Huh. Oh really? That you get extras for that? That's kinda neat. Alright, off to the Queen. Yeah, she would resurrect me. Yeah, if I recall correctly, she resurrects with 100%. No. You again, so stubborn. Why is her rapier so long when she holds it, but not even half that size when I hold it? Holy shit, she can parry? I love you. Alright, so now I think I just let her kill me. She needs to be over 50, right? Alright, now kill me. I feel like I could have just killed her. Also, I feel like she might be below 50 by poison alone. Ah shit, I think she's below 50 now. Well, in that case I'm kind of just have to try. Well, I think I screwed myself as well, yeah. I forgot that I have poison on getting hit, which was maybe a mistake. But I got like two new blueprints, so I'll absolutely take that. And now, didn't I just kill you? I just got that weapon, didn't I? Oh, she does that. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like I could have just killed her. Roll. 1. That's the machete. Well, I wished for it, and now I have it. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can kill yourself. That is an option you have. I probably shouldn't say that. It was actually kind of funny. If you've ever played Dota, there's a lot of flaming going on in that game, but there was one character where kill yourself was actual gameplay advice, which is still funny to me to this day. I mean, it doesn't really stop me. Like, it's not like I could get demonetized. To get demonetized, I'd need to be monetized. And that is not really the case, so who cares? I mean, most of the things you can't say anymore, you're not supposed to say anymore, is because of some losers online. Oh wait, that's Chandra. I don't think there's anybody... Like, if someone kills themselves after someone told them to kill themselves, I'm pretty sure they already had issues. Alright, so that's the toxic sewers. No, it was Euterpe. Is Euterpe like Calliope and Kaleo are Greek names, aren't they? Euterpe as well, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's also a Greek name. I feel like I've heard those in Greek mythology before. Also, I'm gonna go brutality with this sword. Actually, I might want to go tactics instead. No. I was thinking tactics for the cocoon, but I feel like I'd rather just use the shield. And get a different skill. Just parry and then shoot someone in the face, I love it. Now, also the slam deal heavy damage. Also, question, is the machete and pistol just a straight up better version of the twin dagger? Like, it is a 1-2 crit combo, but it has a different scaling you can use. The third hit sets people on fire, and has AoE range. Or ranged AoE. Is it just straight up a better version? Overall lower damage, okay. I feel like that doesn't really matter except for like a very specific area in the game. Where do I go? Castle outskirts. Alright. But it has a better legendary effect, definitely. Also, I forgot. I'm not gonna take those anyway. Alright, let's see how it shoots. It has 2 arrows. Yeah, that is true. There is never I do agree, there is not really any reason to go tactics with this. Because it is a melee weapon, it doesn't have a projectile. Whip-wielding outcasts. Unfortunately, they don't have a whip. Fun fact, whip is a weapon in Curse of the Dead Gods, and even a relatively good one. If you run the game fairly. If you just cheat on it, like I did, with ridiculous builds, then that changes. It doesn't stick to enemies? That's kind of weird. I'm still confused on the naming though. Like, isn't Yumi Japanese for arrow? Why is the bow named that? Or was it Japanese for bow? Gun. Apparently I also have silver bullets. But yeah, the more I look at it, the more some Castlevania enemies kind of just feel like reskins. Did it kill the assassin? I think it killed the assassin. Also, it does actually tell you in the description how much damage it does, which is weird. It's the only thing that does that. I do kinda like... I'm not gonna lie, I kind of absolutely love the animation for the whistle. Wait, Hokutos does what too? Work with frostbite? Oh, true, it does. I have a feeling though that is because the Hokuto's bow has a really weird way of dealing its damage. Right. Because of how it deals its damage. Only the barricade? The others not? Like, I mean, what are the... Envenom... And the... what is the other thing called? The blue card... I forgot. Alright, corrupted prison. So we've got to teleport for that. If only its cooldown weren't so long. Wait, it ignores shields? The gun... Okay, of course the gun ignores shields. Why am I surprised by that? But it's good that it ignores shields. I kind of want to play Curse of the Dead Gods again, but then I get sad that it was never finished. And then I get sadder that Raven's Watch isn't as good. Pastech is really weird by that. They made like 2 of my favorite games, and then what basically amounts to multiplayer open world sequels that nobody wants to play. Or that at least I don't really want to play because they just feel worse. I tried it and like... The problem is that the people I usually play with aren't really like roguelike players. Even though they apparently started playing Void Crew. Like, at least they said they did. Still waiting for them to actually start it though. So Raven's Watch is kind of not in their... Well, that's a problem. Or not. The problem I also kind of have with Raven's Watch and games like that, I should say theming like that, is that I really like the original like fairy tales and the Grimm versions. So whenever they use the characters, I get a bit peeved. If they're not, like, accurate. But that's mostly just on me. Yeah, that is true. Like, time-wise, we will not get together. Also, I don't know when I'd ever have the time. Like, I basically am at work, and then I stream, and then I do the out-of-work stuff that needs to be done, like the dishes. Oh, you're not fucking try to do it. Or I go to my language course, or like the workers' council stuff, or the election committee stuff. So yeah, I should probably ask Toby again. I really hope, because the games we play together, Toby and I, is like puzzle games. And I'm really looking forward to the next game from... I don't know what their studio is called, but they made We Were Here. And We Were Here Together, and We Were Here Forever. And all the other We Were Here games. And we really like those. We need more of that. Stupid platform. I do love how he just stuns them with the first 2 hits and then shoots them execution style. Also, I fucked that one up. I feel like this one's not going as good as the previous one. Ossuary? No, no. Ossuary is kind of... If you want to go, like, to the prison, like the middle level, you kind of just do not go to the ossuary, I feel like. Like, even less than usual. One enemy survived, somehow. I think I'm going with the Tainted Flask again, though. Yeah, you know what? Go with the Tainted Flask. Just start that early so we get more elites. And then see what you offer me. Please be a colorless skull. Nope, it's a boomerang. So that still curses me. So you can't stun them, but you can bump them. That's interesting. I would complain that it aggroed the elite, but then again it also nearly one-shot the elite, so I don't really think I can complain too much about that. I am surprised I am still alive. Like, not even joking. No. I do like the 1-2 combo with the crit at the end. Like, the Riot Games, I believe, did a research thing once where they were basically, what is the best combo to put in our game so that people feel good about using it? And it was like the 3-hit combo or the 4-hit combo was the best. Apparently. Well, I got hit by his projectile after I killed him. That was a bit unfortunate. Next is a 16, that's the 4th column. Let's see what we get, but that's probably it for the day. Euterpe again, okay. Also, is something fishy about this beast and it's just a woman. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Right. That's it for today. I thank you for watching. Didn't quite manage to beat a boss, but... well, a third boss, but... it was good enough, I feel like. Anyway, with that, I do hope you have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching. And otherwise, hope you have a good night, hope you have a good evening, and goodbye.